country now is been aware of having had missteps and attended meetings that you did not sanction. The nation now has been talking about the ridge that is being created. We've assured the country that we as a PF are one family and that we will find a way to bridge our differences. I will allow these people, Mr. President, to make their statements or say the purpose as to why we are here. I was called to mediate by one Mr. Kenneth Kamba, whether or not you were available to meet with them. And for sure, as a parent and the leader of our party, Mr. President, you found time out of your busy schedule to meet with these members. I wish to quickly, before you pick your mic, to ask Mr. Kamba or who they've designated, or preferably anyone who has anything to say, and then we chat our way forward. I feel this is how it's ought to be. In every family there will be waywardness, but there should always be a converging point. And I pray that this should be a milestone to shame those that have said that we cannot work together as a party. So I'll ask Mr. Kamba to say.
Thank you very much.
Before we proceed, yes. Being a Sunday and not even a Sunday, we should put God first.
Thank you very much.
I ask everyone to stand so that we pray. Tupepe twaisa kulimwelesa wa maka yonse palino ishita ilo twakulongana ubwananyina panchende yambu mfi wenu uwo mwala ashika kusungilila ichichipani mushineda kwa Yesu Kristo ni palino ishita ilo tuchili tulelosho mupyashi wesu wa Edgalungu tatulashika twasumbula omupashi wenu wabuleso kutwalila okulaba na ife ishita yonse ilo twakumana ilo tulela nshanya mukukumana ngoku lesa mwene wa makayonse twalomba ubuchingo bwenu bwa bulesero twakumana ngefi mumashu yenu abulesa mwalandire okutirati tetute mwelesa wotawatala umona wapata munonko omure kumana na nkwenchita nenchita twakonkeri kambisho mwishinira kwa Yesu Kristo ito twakulongana panolesa wa makayonse tupele nyamano no kutungurusha ubukalamba pakutira bonsa balemo nako mwishinira kwa Yesu Kristo bamone okutira chine tuli abanganda imwe abatemwana lesa muchibemba tutila imiti palamene taibula kusunkana twalombe palo nesengera mupashi wa mushiro kwa Kristo kuba na ife muri Kristo Yesu amen.
Is it the intention of this meeting that we proceed with the live coverage, or we
maybe the journalists can excuse us.
We can do 5 minutes live and then we cut.
Okay, proceed, yes.
Thank you. The acting president, sir, may I simply say all protocols observed. Ndi mwana wenu ero kabiri amashoni ngalanda kinalolera pali abakalamba pano ekyo mukwayi mukuyisa kwesu atukwata abafyashi amayo ba Catherine chama kwaye benga balira pokulanda pano maifufu ba nakukula. We can add our thoughts maybe later. Let me call upon Mayowa Catherine Chama, member of Central Committee, to say something, please.
Natotela sana ba MCC Kamba. Umuchinshi kuri acting president abesu ba given Lubinda. Umuchinshi kuri ba candidate ba monde umuchinshi kuma MCCs bonse ma chairmans na media women and men's. Kwai kwena ichi akubalira pona ichefya your excellency icho tuendele kuno mwenfumu chakuisa amona ifyo tata muleikala nefyo mwikele mumonse mwalenda ukakuti wamfuati kuno wamfua tata twafika pano ngabana ifo tuli bana kuti mwababa candidate but you are a different candidate but ataimana mkwata acting president ichiri cheso ngomufyashi weso twali abasa kamana twati awu twetu munyo mufyashi efyekele kwenda kuno kwenda tatwendele fimbi ifyo akutila shani wemfumu tuishire fyo kuisa amona ifyo muleikala nefyo mwikele ifo tuli bana benu chibe chiba tuli bana benu tata techuka kule mpapo bufutete awe takwa mufyashi uposa abana foto achichimona chaya no kutila pali buno bushiku twe tupempuli omufyashi tumfwe efyekele kana besa tulipa makasa yenu ngefyo nandiro kutila imo muli wa candidate but namupusana kona wa candidate banenu imo muli wa acting president bachipani cheso nimo wa president weso wa Lubinda tata kwena kuti nalande fingirelo na shako inshito kutila balande ba mama ba Brenda mkwaye masilumesi nami tamkwaye
likute ku acting president ba patriotic front honorable given Lubinda likute ku presidential candidate Omonde likute kwa members of central committee woman Wandate lutile kwanu kulutu abona mushemu waruna kama tata mukenezi lutile kumushemu waruna kubone sata mahano kunini luna niye na hakuna mulwani mahali luna ba PF akuswali walimu mukuswali mtu kaufera hakuna natabe zili kazeza halile kumutu yomu hulu mushemu waruna afete olokiba nana kashaka kunata sundulula kwisakwale ni kwale hakuna muno kako na kweza kama nona ni mafufa kambe rufufile kaufera luna kuba rucherera niyena hakutofumane yakwe kuna ni programu yechwana yakuli mushemu atoboni walu kandi usikolwa ya baberifera muzola kwa bulozi luzameni baba mubaka kuli kopano yaluna ikwana kwa niyena yazambia kafera mizi mwa mishobo kaufera kiharutire kakuba member of central committee kusindeketana ulutahali lutobona mushemu waluna kuli kozo ye muharuna niyena ikono kuzola pili azola pili kufuluha mukolo waluna mwandongo kulimane uyofu ama mwabuse wanuka kakozo sichaba sikesa luseha kona harutire chwana zengata haliyo kuno wino waluna kubateni kwa luna kwanu kutoloka zengata nitumezi
You are the director.
It was not a pleasant one at all. It was a gruesome ordeal. However, I am to address the nation on that matter at an opportune time. The only thing I can say to you today, in appreciating your show of love to me, is to remind ourselves that every career has its own hazards. Unfortunately for us in Zambia, we're also making violence become a hazard of politics. It not ought to be. Politics can be performed devoid of violence. And we have to ask ourselves, why is this happening? And my message to all of us this afternoon is that before we point at another person, let's point at the man and the woman in the mirror. If every person points at the person in the mirror and convinces the person in the mirror that we're going to get involved in politics which is devoid of violence, so shall it be. it is very easy for us to point at others. It's very difficult to point at ourselves. Very difficult. But my message to all of us is, if we're going to make this a better world, the one who should be transformed is ourselves. The people who engage in political violence don't spring from Mars. They live amongst us. And quite often those people that we see confronting others do not act spontaneously. They plan. And quite often those that are in the forefront are only but in the forefront. Quite often they are tools. And every tool is controlled. And very often the one who controls becomes invisible. This is the reason why I appeal to all of us, my fellow politicians, that the onus is on all of us. And like I said, there shall come a day soon when I'll address the nation on this matter, when I'll address the press on this matter, when I'll go into the details on this matter. All I can say to you now is that when the incidents occurred, I refrained from issuing a statement to the police. I did not say a word to the police. And you saw that the spokesperson of the police said that they had arrested a number of people and now they were inviting me to go and register my complaint. I certainly will do that, and after I've registered my complaint, only then will I address the press. I can say to you, as friends who are concerned about my welfare, I can say to you that yes, I was beaten, yes, I was injured, but fortunately, when I went for medical review yesterday, my doctors told me that as at yesterday, I didn't have any fractures, I didn't have any physical injury, except for a swelling on my gum, a swelling under my right knee, and some abrasions on my back. And that is the report, the medical report that I shall be filing with the police. For those of you who were talking about reconciling and so on and so forth, well, you're saying that, I was wondering, with who have I differed? With who should I reconcile? I have not differed with anyone whatsoever. And until I meet the assailants, the ones who beat me up in Kabwe, I'm not able to reconcile with them. If the reconciliation is towards those who beat me up, I cannot reconcile with them before I hear why they beat me up. And I can assure you that this is not the first time that people have attacked me. It happened before, and the culprits were incarcerated. But in my spirit of reconciliation, I went and begged the president to pardon the young man. He was pardoned, he didn't serve sentence. So reconciliation for me is a natural thing. I don't have to struggle to reconcile with people. If it is to do with the party, and I heard you saying a lot of things about the party and so on, I want to assure you that ever since His Excellency President Edgar Chagwalungu, may his soul rest in peace, asked me to hold the fort in the Patriotic Front. I have done and will continue to do the best of my ability to hold everyone together. And every decision that will proceed from myself in the running of this party, rest assured, will be done in the best interest of the party. All my decisions, I will not, and I have not made any decision in my position as president of this party, or acting president, as many would like to refer to me, which was in the interest of any particular individual, let alone myself. All the decisions that I have made, and God help me, all the decisions that I will make as I hold this position will be in the best interest of the party. That you can rest assured. So you need not worry. The party has been safe for the last 4 years. The party is going to the convention, and I shall ensure that I do whatever I can to safeguard it. I shall ensure, I shall do my very best to ensure that the party is protected, that the programs of the party are not frustrated, in the interest of all the members of the party, and more so in the interest of the citizens of Zambia. Holding the position that I hold today is a privilege, but also a duty which I owe not only to the members of the party, but a duty that I owe the citizens of Zambia. Any disturbance in the Patriotic Front is a disturbance to the democracy of this country. I would like to therefore enjoin all of you, my dear friends, to ensure that we hold together. In holding together, let us bear in mind that each one of us has a particular role. Each one of us has a particular responsibility. Each one of us has a particular duty as is enshrined in our Constitution. That is one thing that I would like all of us to respect. And I will be the first to respect that. So my dear friends, thank you very much for coming, and may God bless you for showing love to me.
Not